Is it possible to become a hero even if I don't have a quirk?
Yes! Yes! You can!
I'm a normal kid without any powers.
And?
Could I ever hope to be someone like you?
Yes, you can! Yes, you can! I know from experience! Like, I absolutely know from experience! Yes, you can!
Meeting All Might was a dream come true. A real miracle. Standing in front of me was the hero I'd idolized most of my life. I didn't realize it at the time, but that chance encounter would change the course of my future.
Oh, yeah. It definitely is. Hi everyone, I'm the Idea Maker, and today I am going to be reacting to My Hero Academia Season 1, Episode 2. Last time that we left off, we got a good in-depth character profile at Izuku Midoriya, who happens to be my favorite character out of all of My Hero Academia, and we got to see a side that, you know, we just got introduced to. So we got introduced to his origins, we got introduced to his idolizing idolizing All Might, and then having to deal with a lot of bullies over at school, especially the only person that I can't stand in this one so far, or one of the only people I can't stand in this, Katsuki Bakugo, out of the hero characters. And it's at this point that he accidentally comes across not Bakugo, but Izuku comes across All Might, and we get to see a little bit as to why Izuku's getting bullied, and that's because he has no quirk, he has no power. So at this point, we are going to progress along with the story. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive of this channel and being so supportive with the stuff that I react to. Honestly, it's just such an amazing blessing to just be here and getting to react to all of these different shows on here, even though sometimes it does take a long time for me to do so. I wish that I could be doing more, but I am only I'm a one-person team. I record, I edit, I upload, and then I have my day job, you know, my job outside of YouTube. So it does sometimes take a little bit of time for me to be able to get to a whole bunch of stuff, and I wish I could be able to get to more, but I just have to go at the pace that I'm at. I definitely want to do more shows and get back into other franchises, and it's just a lot of fun. But at the moment, I just need to take the pace that I'm at, and it's been so awesome to the point where it's like I really am glad with the way how things have been going, and I don't think it would change anything. I really don't think I would. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and dive right into My Hero Academia Season 1, Episode 2 right now. Alrighty, let's go ahead and dive right into My Hero Academia Season 1, Episode 2 right now in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Alright, All Might. That's how I feel sometimes when I'm watching a show that I'm really getting into. That's my face right there. Right there. Easily my face.
Despite everything, I still dream. And I have to know. Is it possible to become a hero even if I don't have a quirk?
Yes, it is possible.
It is definitely possible. Without any powers.
So?
Could I ever hope to be someone like you?
So what? When David killed Goliath at that point, he wasn't anything of royalty. He was only just a shepherd. It was the power of God that gave him the chance to be able to overcome him.
People think I don't have a chance. And not having any powers makes me some kind of weakling.
You're
My
not, though.
classmates like to make fun of me.
So what?
But you know what? That makes me want to prove them wrong.
That's right.
Ever since I was a kid, I've thought that saving people is the coolest thing you can do. I want people to see my fearless smile and feel safe.
There you go.
And be the kind of hero everyone in the world looks up to. Just like you.
Huh. What happened to All Might? You and me both. What happened to All Might? Oh, this dude, the sludge villain.
Weren't you and Midori good friends back when you were kids?
Yeah, you were a little harsh with them today.
Oh,
It's his own
yeah, he
fault
was.
for getting in my way.
You're such an idiot.
Someone's got to teach that worthless nerd how the world really works.
And someone needs to teach you some humility.
Hey, what's that?
Uh-oh. Ooh. That's creepy. Like, that actually is legitimately creepy.
You don't
Huh.
Where'd All Might go? You're not him. You're a fake, an imposter.
I assure you that I am all.
Oh!
Dreaming.
No,
All
unfortunately,
Might's
I
a
don't
giant
think
of
so.
a man who saves everyone. He defeats all obstacles and wins the day with a fearless smile.
Uh-huh.
There's plenty of fear behind that smile.
I believe it.
I'm counting on you to keep your mouth shut. Don't go talking about this online.
I don't think Izuku is one of those type of...
Pretty great,
Oh!
I got this in a big fight 5 years back.
Oh.
My respiratory system was basically destroyed. I lost my whole stomach. All the surgeries have pretty much worn me out.
Oh, that's nuts. That's highly disturbing, too. Crazy.
5 years ago? So does that mean it was the
Imagine.
fight with Toxic Chainsaw?
Wow, you know your stuff. But no, the punk may have landed some hits, but he couldn't bring me down.
Wow.
Most of the world has never heard of this fight.
Really?
Pro heroes are always having to risk their lives. Some villains just can't be beaten without powers.
I
So
believe
no,
it.
I honestly don't think you could become a hero without a quirk.
Oh, that's not what he needed to hear.
If you want to help people, there are plenty other ways to do it. You could become a police officer. They get crap because the heroes capture most of the villains, but it's a fine profession.
This is honestly so messed up, too. I mean, Izuku's trying.
It's not bad to have a dream, young man. Just make sure your dreams are attainable, realistic. Understand?
I call cap on that. No, absolutely not. Oh! Right. Gee, I wonder what happened.
A villain. I wonder which hero will show.
Some
We'll
villains
see.
just can't be beaten without powers. So no, I honestly don't think you could become a hero without a quirk.
Honestly, I think you can. Even if he didn't have an ability, he can be a hero. There are ways of doing so. There are those that, you know, you wouldn't expect for them to go and rush into a crazy situation, and they end up, you know, putting their lives in danger for others, and they're heroes, and they don't have abilities. Some of them are even sick, disabled, and they put their lives on the line. It's not gonna do anything. The guy is made out of sludge. What do you expect for him to be made out of? Do you expect for him to have a solid form of matter?
You picked the wrong kind of mess with. I'm gonna send you back to whatever story you crawled out of.
I think that maybe he might be teaching you a lesson at this point. That's just all messed up. Especially because you, of all people, are a jerk. Let's see. What?
I need at least a 2-lane road if I'm gonna make my way through here.
Are you for real?
Fire and wood don't exactly make a good combination. I'll let someone else stop this guy.
Right? That is so creepy.
Gotta look at the right force to stop a villain like that. We'll do damage control until someone with the right powers shows up.
Well, there's not going to be anyone with powers showing up at this point.
Sorry, kid. You'll just have to hold on a little bit longer.
Do you really expect for Bakugo to hold on at all? Dude, he might think that he's got all the abilities and that he's got this immense power and this quirk or whatever, but dude, realistically, you can't hold up on your own like that.
I can't believe I made such a rookie mistake. And after lecturing that kid about what it takes to be a hero.
It's not lecturing him. That was just shutting his dream down right away. That's literally shutting someone's dream down right off the spot.
He'll never be a hero. Better to find out now instead of later, I guess.
Don't even listen to him, Izuku. Bakugo is just Bakugo is just an idiot.
Even All Might said it. A hero needs a quirk. Don't cry. Deep down you knew this all along. You've just been avoiding reality. That's why you were trying so desperately to prove yourself wrong.
No, that is not true. That is not true whatsoever. You have a huge dream. And if you have a dream that can be attainable, you can be able to make it.
I shouldn't even stop. All my notes are useless.
No, it's not true.
Captured him. But the bottle, if he dropped it, that means it's my fault.
No, it's not your fault. Dude, don't blame yourself for something like this. This isn't something that... Yes, you were excited, but this was out of your control. Don't blame yourself.
I'm the one to blame. He wasted his energy on me.
Worthless.
He can't power up yet. And none of the other heroes have the quirks to stop this monster.
So
It's my fault. I'm sorry. So sorry.
It's okay, Izuku. You're gonna be fine. Things are gonna be fine.
A real hero will come soon.
And it's gonna be you. Oh. Oh! There he goes! Oh! I love this theme! If anything, if they let me keep this in the main reaction, I will be so thankful to Jesus and so thankful to God, because honestly, this is one that pumps me up every time. This theme pumps me up every single time. No doubt about it.
Why are you here?
I don't know. My legs, they just started moving.
That's just how it is.
I don't know why I did what I did.
It was the Lord that made you move, man.
Maybe it was the look on his face. Kamchan, I couldn't just stand there and watch you die.
This is why Izuku is easily one of the best, if not my absolute favorite, which he is my absolute favorite anime character. Reminds me so much of the character growth that I needed to have growing up.
I really am pathetic.
All Might.
I told you the traits that make a great champion. But I see now I wasn't living up to my own ideal.
That's right.
Pros are always risking their lives.
Yep.
The true test of a hero.
Yes.
Detroit!
Oh! Nice. Way to go, All Might.
You moron! Do you have a death wish? There was absolutely no reason for you to put yourself in danger like that.
I get why you guys
I
would be
got chewed out
concerned,
by
which
the
it
heroes big time.
it makes sense, but
While Kachan was praised for his bravery.
no. I don't agree with that. No. What bravery? What bravery? This dude is a fool. An absolute fool. There's no way that he's got any amount of true bravery whatsoever. That's foolishness. Right off the spot. Cocky piece of garbage. That's what you are, Bakugo.
I wanted to apologize to All Might, but he was swarmed by interviewers. I didn't want to interrupt. I can always try to send a message through his website when I get home.
Deku!
What? Huh? What's going on with you?
Listen, I would never ask for a weakling like you to help me. Don't think you can look down on me! Huh? Got that? I was fine by myself! You're just a quirkless failure who won't even cut it as a rent-a-cop! You didn't help me! You did nothing! Don't forget it! I don't owe you anything!
I have no idea. That was just utter stupidity.
Kachan is right, though.
About
It's not
what?
like I actually did anything to help today.
You did,
But-
though!
At least I tried.
You did
Guess now I
something!
should get back to giving up on my dreams.
No, you're not!
Come here.
Huh!
Young man, I came here to thank you, and also to discuss your question from earlier.
Mm-hmm.
If you hadn't told me about your life, if you hadn't run into that fight, I would have been a worthless bystander watching from the crowd. So thanks.
Oh, no!
Mm.
It was my fault he was there to begin with! I got in the way of your hard work. I wasted your energy, and not to mention your time.
No, you didn't.
You told me you didn't have a power, so when I saw this timid, quirkless boy try to save a life, it inspired me to act too.
See, you did do something.
Young man, you too can become a hero.
That's right! That is right! Oh, he's got me crying too. I'm not gonna lie.
Dreams
Woo!
can become reality. Oh, by the way, I
Hmm.
forgot to mention that this is the story of how I became the world's greatest hero.
Yes! Absolutely! Yes! I do agree with that. I do agree with that 100%. All right, let's head into the discussion for episode 2 of season 1 right now. Whew! Bro, Izuku got me crying. That interaction between him and All Might, it never really got to me until I saw it this time because of the fact that I just remember my girl all the time because her and I had the relationship that Izuku and All Might has. We had that special relationship. And honestly, I don't think I was going to be able to make it through life without the Lord using her to guide me. And honestly, you know, I don't think I would have been able to be where I'm at with, you know, doing YouTube videos if it wasn't for her. So, thank you, girl, for believing in me. And, helping me to be the hero that I am wanting to be for somebody else. And it's not just of my efforts alone. The Lord has used me, I know somehow, to be able to speak to somebody at least. And I'm so glad that at least I've had friends that have told me, you know, how some, like, you know, with the way how I talk to them, it changes perspectives and changes lives. And I really want that for many, many people. I want for people to feel like they can be able to be heroes themselves. I got a couple of verses that it struck to me that I was thinking about, Bible verses that talk about bravery. And I think that some of these are definitely going to be a lot of help for those who feel like they're at their lowest point. Joshua 1:9 NLT. This is my command. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. 2 Timothy 1:7 NLT. For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline. Psalm 27:14 NLT. Wait patiently for the Lord. Be brave and courageous. Yes, wait patiently for the Lord. And Hebrews 13:6 NLT. So we can say with confidence, the Lord is my helper, so I will have no fear. What can mere people do to me? The last one of what can mere people do to me, my interpretation of it is not just people can do to me. It's more of those type of people who want to bring you down, like Bakugo. And honestly, I rebuke people like Bakugo. And honestly, they're not the type of people that I need or that anybody needs. Every single person in this life can be a hero, regardless of the situation, regardless on if there is anything that you or other people might feel like is holding you back. And I feel like My Hero Academia, despite where I know that some people hate the fan base, which it can get pretty toxic, I will admit. I'm not going to lie about that. And I am going to be truthful. Yeah, I've seen some of the fan base, and it can be very, very toxic, and it can be very excruciating to watch. But I do feel like there are those like myself who do find comfort in My Hero Academia in terms of its themes, in terms of its story, especially when you're somebody who feels like you've been an underdog for all of your life. And that's how I felt throughout a lot of my time. And every single My Hero Academia video is going to be a long formatted video. And honestly, I have a lot more to say in the My Hero Academia videos than I do with Dr. Stone, then with Prince of Tennis, and then with Spy Family. This is one that I could be able to talk freely and be able to at least try to provide some form of comfort and some form of an idea that, you know, people, despite what others might think, I think that, you know, this is something that I think that people will relate to. And I hope that people can be able to relate to what my story is and what Izuku's story is. We haven't gotten to the other members of Class 1A yet, but I do know that there are some that I absolutely adore and love and feel like, you know, I have like a personal connection with them. Feeling like if I was, you know, growing up with them in the same way possible. It's like how back in 2012, I watched the Ninja Turtle series on Nickelodeon for the first time. And it was back in 2013, actually, on a vacation. And I came across it out of nowhere. And my grandmother thought, let's put the TV on while we have breakfast inside of our hotel room. And we did so. And then the show turned on, and it was one of the earlier episodes. And I ended up falling in love with that show. I was a kid that grew up as a single child, never had any actual family. Well, not family, but like brothers and sisters, I mean. And honestly, I felt like the turtles were like my brothers. And, you know, it was something very comforting and very relaxing about feeling like somebody has my back. And they went through situations that I knew that I had some similarity to. And in My Hero Academia, I feel that same exact similarity with the fact that Izuku goes through a tough time of, you know, just trying to fit in someplace. But, you know, in a Christian perspective, us as Christians who really truly know God, we don't fit in. And we don't fit in because that God does not want us to fit in. He wants us to stand out. He wants us to be able to be different from everybody else because he wants for people to know that he is a specific light that was brought to this world to save people's lives. You know, Jesus and God, you know, they're the superheroes. They were the first superheroes in general. They were the first ones with the abilities. And, you know, people can be thinking as much as they would like on saying, you know, God doesn't accept these type of people. God doesn't accept those type of people, that type of people, and all these other different things. You know what? Just because that you think that God will not accept people, it doesn't mean that you can go and take his job away from him by you judging them, by saying that they can't do anything because of anything that you think in your mind is going to hold them back, regardless of if it's their race, their culture, their preferences, their ideas, their culture, their humanity, their people. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter on what you do. It doesn't matter about if you think that they are worthless. They're not worthless. They're not worthless human beings. They're not people that you can just go and throw to the side, because once it comes to the point that people in this life keep going on and shoving them onto the side, you just go and you lower their expectations. You lower their self-confidence. You lower it to the point where you might not feel like you're causing any damage, but you are causing so much amount of damage to the point that not even flex tape or flex seal or flex glue could be able to fix. And it comes to the point that sometimes people will go into the most dramatic of things, where I've had friends that I've seen them do such things that are so dramatic that it has changed their lives. It has messed with them physically and spiritually and mentally and emotionally, to the point that some go out of, they recover from it. They do their own rehabilitation sessions. And it doesn't have to be because of specific things. It's also, there's times where they had to do physical rehabilitation, spiritual, emotional, mental rehabilitation. It doesn't always have to be the one that you always think of or that everybody thinks of. I've seen people get out of the hole, and I've seen people just dig themselves deeper into there because they have no support. They have no love from people, and that they never had that experience with God. They never had a relationship with Him. They never had a chance on being able to develop a relationship with Him or develop a relationship with those who actually know Him. Not those type of people who are hypocritical to the point that you think that just because that you're very, very one-sided and you think that God is going to judge you for life. Yes, He will judge you, but He loves you. The reason why He judges you is because that He loves you. He's the only one that can judge us because He's the one who created us. He's the one that judges us because of the fact that He cares for us so much, to the point that He doesn't want for bad things to happen to us. He doesn't want for us to fall and stumble. He does not want for us to be listening to the devil and trying to have the enemy rule our lives and ruin it for the worse. That's not the point. That's never been the point. The point of this whole entire deal between yourself and God is so that way you can have this beautiful relationship. And that's what I see with My Hero Academia. Izuku is a character that I feel like he's helpless. He is helpless. He doesn't have anybody to turn to. His mom didn't even believe in him. All Might didn't even believe in him, and he barely even heard him. Bakugo is just some idiot that just thinks that he can do whatever he wants and can get away with it. There's a lot of people who think that they can get away with the consequences. But you know what? The actions that you have and that you perform, the actions that you give to others will definitely bounce right back at you. Whether if it's just against one person or a crowd or a whole world. Yeah, I'm speaking out against that. I'm speaking out against the insanity that goes on with just people not wanting to respect other people. It's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. And My Hero Academia is the show or the anime that I feel like it just speaks to me like a fire, like a spiritual fire within me that just makes me feel like people need to just shut up and listen for once in their life, to just stop what they're doing, put down what they're doing, and just take a second to listen to what somebody has to say. Be there for somebody. That's why Izuku felt like he was worthless. And he's not a worthless human being. He never has been and never will. He's a character that I admire a lot because I understand exactly where he's coming from. I was bullied in high school. I was bullied to the point that even it was to the points that I just wanted to just give up on school. And that I wanted to give up on having friends. Thank God I did not make that mistake. And that the Lord showed me that there are good people wherever you go, despite there being bad people wherever you go. Izuku is one of my all-time favorites, and you're not going to change my mind about it. He is a character that I feel like that has given me some inspiration to look at it from a Christian perspective and look at it to where, yes, he does not acknowledge God, but he does have the ideas of Christianity down right to the point and down right to the T, where I feel like if Izuku decided to ever convert to Christianity, he would make an excellent child of God. Sure. And I'm sorry that I'm being preachy about this, but honestly, I feel this connection between my personal ideas of how I was raised in a Christian home and aligning it to something like My Hero Academia, it just feels natural to me because I feel like this story resonates with me and Izuku resonates with me, and that I feel like God is trying to use this to tell me I'm not alone and trying to wake up and snap out of my comfort zone and get into something brand new and to at least do something for somebody. I've had people tell me about, the way how I talk about God, and I talk about it in a respectable manner and respecting other people's opinions and respecting their ideas and their relationships with whoever that they serve and they worship, and whatever kind of relationship with their religion that they have. They tell me, I've had friends tell me that, it's helped them. I'm talking about you, a real Hooper Knowledge. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you, Kai. I'm talking about both of you. I'm talking about those who, over the years that I've talked to, that I've had friends that some of them were atheists. They ended up converting to Christianity. Some of them were feeling like they were doubting on their own relationship with God. And, they're starting to go back into it. And it's not me. It's not me talking to them. I'm not going to take the glory on this. I'm only an instrument. I'm only God's instrument. And that's all that I'm going to be. I want for him to use me. I want for him to use me with these reactions, because I want for people to know that it's not impossible. It is not impossible to be able to be a hero, even if you feel like you're worthless, even if you feel like you have something that's holding you back. I don't care on what kind of a person that you are. I don't care what your race is, your culture, your gender, your preferences that you have in relationships with people, with ideologies. I do not care on who you are. A true Christian is not supposed to be closed-minded. A true Christian is supposed to be open-minded on wanting to give people a chance. Because if Jesus Christ gave a chance to people and he had communicated and talked to people who were deep in sin, including, those who were tax collectors, those who were fishermen, those from different parts of regular life during the times during the biblical times, then we have to do the same. And we have to be able to take that chance and be able to pursue a life to where we need to spread his word, not in fear, but in love. And if the love of Christ comes to where I'm wanting to be open about it, and I want for people to not feel like it's just a message, but it's just a conversation that feels right. I want for people to feel like they can be able to approach a subject like this and be able to give their opinions, and we can have a respectable conversation regardless on if you agree with me or not. My Hero Academia has honestly been one of my favorites, and I can never say no to it. Yeah, it can get disturbing, but life has been disturbing. And you're going to see that later on in this series. And honestly, I love My Hero Academia. It's my all-time favorite anime. I'm so sad that's going to finish. I want to be able to catch up as best as possible, because this is easily one of my favorites, and I cannot, and I will not going back down from that. And I love the fact that I can be able to talk about God in this one, feeling like it's a natural feeling, not feeling like it's forced, not feeling like if I can't find the words for it. It's beautiful. It really, really is. And I hope that you guys felt the exact same way. Again, sorry if it felt a bit preachy, but I needed to express my faith in the way that I need to express it. And, honestly, I do, like I said, this channel is a safe space for everybody. I do not care about what type of a person you are, because that's not my place to judge. I will be friends with anyone and everyone, because of the fact that I want for people to feel loved and self-valued and feeling like they can be able to make a difference in a world where it seems so bleak and dark. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching my reaction to My Hero Academia Season 1, Episode 2. If you guys want to see more reactions like this, and please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you guys want to follow me on any of my social media, please, you guys can go to my Snapchat, my Instagram, my Twitter, aka my X account, and my Discord on my Discord server. With that being said, thank you guys so much again for watching. God bless you all. Stay safe, and I will see you all in the next videos. Bye, guys.